Here we go. We are live.
Yes,
This
we
is a
are.
thing. This is a thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he drinks from a little cardboard box.
It is cardboard and plastic.
I can finally say this. I can finally say this on a live stream. What's in the box?
Oh. Protein shake.
Protein shake. Seven reverence for people who don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good movie.
So you had a workout just now?
I did, yeah. It was good. I did a half hour on my bike.
Nice.
It's controlled by batteries. Well, I mean the controller of the bike. So it's not plugged in, it's batteries. And the batteries are starting to go. So the workout was not like usually it's well controlled. It goes up and down in resistance, and this was just like hard the whole way through. The batteries are really dying. I have to buy new ones today.
I know a few people who wouldn't have any complaints with something being hard all the way through, but there you go. Touche. So, first of all, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm good. As far as like, I've had a pretty good weekend. Although it's we go shovel outside. It just snowed this morning or last night, so we'll see how that goes.
I like snow.
And I have a Christmas party to attend later.
Yeah, because right now this is a live stream. So for those who are watching, while we're doing this, it's 4 p.m., 1600 hours in the Netherlands, and for you, it's
10 a.m.
10 a.m., which is 10 hours for it's morning for you.
Yep.
Yeah. So for people who are regular to this by now, we're doing this basically every week as often as we can. I mean, next week is Christmas, so things might get a little bit dicey, but we'll see what happens. If we can plan it in, we'll plan it in, and if we can't, we can't.
I think Sunday, I think me and my wife are heading north in the morning.
Well, see, there you go. So if we can't, we can't. But sometimes real life actually is a thing. But to keep this up, how has your week been since last week's stream?
It's been okay. The work hasn't gotten better. That's been just as bad, honestly. Very, very hard hours, and it's been kind of a pain in the ass. But on the whole, I did better this week. I didn't record I should have. It's been tough week, but I eat mostly home cooked food.
Awesome.
My wife made I think did I tell you earlier in the week? Basically, like my wife knows how to cook for me. She's a very, very good cook.
You told me that in the past, and I'm still. This is the biggest reason I want to go to the States. By the way, for everybody who's watching, I want to go to the States just to taste Mike's wife's cooking because he's been raving about it so much. But yeah, anyway.
Cool. But she'll make something very normal that you I don't know, like something very, very typical, and then she just adds a ton of jalapenos to it. That's how you cook for me.
What do we always say? Jalapeno is love. Jalapeno is life.
This week she did like sort of I don't know if this is a common thing. It's it's sort of an American Italian dish, like fettuccine Alfredo.
I know of it. Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
Apparently, it's not really Italian though. But whatever. She did a fettuccine Alfredo, but she put in bell peppers and jalapenos, and it was awesome. That's how I roll. Then later in the week, she did like rice and like chicken sausages, and so I got a few meals out of those. And it was, I know that it's heavy on starch, but man, so yummy, and still better than fast food.
Well, starch in itself is not, and it's not technically a bad thing if you have a very physical, active life. Starch is your carbohydrates and everything. You do need them. I know a lot of people who are doing the entire fanciful no carb or hardly any carb diets, but they forget that they're like very physically active and they're basically starving their bodies. And I mean, if you have an office life, if basically what your work day is, most of it is sitting in a chair doing a lot of intense, and that can still be intense. I'm not saying it's not work, but most of your work is just sitting in a chair doing a lot of computer work. Yeah, that's a great diet for you because you don't need that many carbs. But if you're very physically active, definitely get your starches, get your carbs.
There's a way to properly, although nobody does it right. There's a way to properly do it, like ketogenic diet, where you create ketones, and you, instead of burning carbs, your regular fuel is just fats.
For example,
it's a very hard diet, though. Most people that think they're being ketogenic aren't. You literally need to have like a doctor monitoring your blood to know for sure.
Dieting is so much more difficult than people think it is.
It is, but if you really want to just make it simple, burn more carbs than you take in. You know what I mean? Like, well, not that you take in, but like if you're supposed to use, say, 2,000 calories, that's what your body requires, and you're eating 2,500, then burn 500 of them.
Yeah, and get more active. Yeah. And the other way around
there are ways to to not cheat the system, but there are ways to make things where you can benefit in other ways. But if you simply follow that, you will eventually get better.
There you go. So before we get to the entire very heavy shit, which we usually talk about, there's one thing I want to know: TV shows, movies, anything awesome you've watched, seen that you're like, people go watch this, go check this out. Anything new, anything old, whatever.
What did I don't think I've watched a single thing this week. I've
really.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I watched some Beach Boys documentary, but there's 1,000 of those.
Beach Boys, nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah, I love the Beach Boys.
What was the documentary called?
I don't remember. It was on maybe Hulu or something. It was on some streaming service. It was
we don't get Hulu.
I don't remember what it was, but it was based around the time that That's Why God Made the Radio came out in 2012. So I don't remember the name, but I watched it. It was pretty good. Sanitary, no dirt, but it was good.
More glorification than honesty, you mean, or?
Well, I think that they were all pretty happy to be making music again and together, because the Beach Boys never stopped touring or anything. But it was always just the Mike Love show. It wasn't no Brian and Al Jardine and shit like that. Mm-hmm. So, and obviously Carl and Dennis are dead. So, but they reunited around 2012. They did That's Why God Made the Radio, which is a great tune, and they did a huge tour. They had a live record and a live DVD release, which I also just bought, and I watched that. It's really, really good. But it was right after the tour, Mike Love sort of just squashed everything and wanted to kind of make it the Mike Love show again. And so I think that there was more dirt than the documentary would have let on. It was very, very like saccharine. But it make you feel good. It's nice to watch.
I'll go check that out if I can find it somewhere. I'm kind of interested. I'm a pretty big Beatles fan, so I've been pretty stoked about that documentary on Disney Plus to get back. I still need to check that out, but I haven't had time. Most of my time these days is go for it.
I watched a little bit of it. I didn't like it. Sorry, I didn't like it.
Oh, really?
I mean, no, it's not that it wasn't good. It's just I felt sort of like it was a little bit I like this guy already.
Adam's the best. You're going to love this dude. If you guys ever meet, you're going to have so much time talking about things like Star Wars and Marvel and good food and everything.
Bagels.
And beer. You guys are, and you have like a similar. You guys kind of look similar. You got like these big awesome guys, and you got like the big beard and everything. So you guys would get along pretty well. You guys should meet. You'd have fun.
Fair enough.
Douglas is saying hello. Hi, Douglas.
But yeah, very quick. I felt it when I was watching that documentary. I only maybe watched like an hour, maybe longer. I forget. It felt a little bit like I was watching something I wasn't supposed to see. It seemed like a little bit exploitative a little bit, which I know was the point, but I kind of felt icky. I don't know. I'm gonna continue watching it, but like I get a little uncomfortable with it. I'll watch it a little bit here and there, and I'm glad to see it. I'm glad it exists. It's something that not that we should have, but it's something I'm glad that we have. But but it's a little tough, just because, especially because John and George, obviously John's been dead for 41 years, and George has been dead, I think 21, 22 years. So I think he died in 99 or 2000. 2001 maybe. It was around there. He died maybe about 20 years ago.
Yeah, it could be, but those years still feel like they were just like a couple of years ago for some weird fucking reason. You sometimes forget that it's like been 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, obviously John died before I was born, but George I remember dying very clearly. It was sad. I mean, he died of cancer, and he was in only 58. He was, as far as a human being, a pretty young man to die anyway. And but he looked a lot older. His face was sort of sunken in, and he looked like shit because the cancer really ravaged him.
I hate that C word, man.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody does. Everybody always says it, but what it does to the human body is,
Well, the tough thing about cancer is that it's not a single thing. Cancer is a million things. It's just It's cells that grow uncontrollably. It's not a thing that generally happens to you. It's a thing that your body does to itself. It sucks.
Well, in a way, if you look at like a mold.
Yeah.
Technically, very, very technically, a mold is already. I mean, it's not technically, but you know what I mean, right? It's a form of a growth that is considered the start of.
Right, but a mold is a spore,
No, I know, but what I'm trying to say is this is how sometimes people go. Wait, let me track back on this. A lot of people feel that they're invincible. A lot of people feel like they're immune. They're like, cancer is not going to happen to me. But it is so, I don't like this word, but easy. Quick.
Yeah, I mean.
And.
Well, you don't have a lot of control over it. I mean, you can do things like not smoke and, But
how many people do you know that have smoked for like decades and didn't get cancer, and people who never smoked a cigarette in their life, and suddenly they're the ones that have lung cancer?
Yeah, that's true. But some of those people were bartenders.
Well, I know, but what I'm saying is that's the point. That's the point. That's how easy and quick and simple it is to get that bitch of a disease. It's out of your control. There's nothing you can do. It's people are like, I'm going to live the healthy life. So, well, that's a nice segue into healthy living. People are like, I'm going to do the healthy life because, I want to live healthy and I don't get sick. Well, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer in your parade, but some things are just unstoppable. Sometimes it's genetics. Sometimes it's fucking genetics.
You're right.
You could be as healthy as you fucking want, and there you go.
When I was younger, I don't know if this was a thing where you were. A big thing in the, at least as far as my memory was, in the 80s was this guy named Richard Simmons. He had like a big, like kind of a red fro, and he was like, sweating to the 80s. It was these like dance sort of workouts, and it was really, really popular at the time as far as my memory of it. And he was a very effeminate kind of a fella, and very excitable, very popular with women. But my aunt and a lady who wasn't my aunt, but I called her my aunt. I mean, I still do, I guess. Doesn't matter. But she was very, 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 very heavy, and she ate like a rabbit and worked out all day. No matter what she did, she could not drop weight. Could not. She's just no matter what she did, she would eat carrots and lettuce, and like be just doing these massive full body workouts, and she's still heavy to this day.
Some people will be like grossly overweight, and they're like, it's genetics, and they eat too much. And some people will just eat. And here's the thing, though, by the way, you can eat a lot of healthy food. If you eat, like, I don't know, 12 pounds of carrots a day, it might be a healthy food, but it's still too much.
Oh, yeah. I get it.
So there's that balance thing.
Yeah, no, I just know her, and I know that I know her. I know it.
I know.
Very healthy. Yeah. But most people it is, honestly, most people it is their own problem. I know that my weight is my problem. I did this. I used to be very, very fit. I used to be very, very trim. I used to be much, 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 much lighter than I am now. That's what it is. I'm not now.
Let's get into that. Because that's what this entire thing is about. We're about 50 minutes in. Just very quickly, Sam Smalley from Down Under. He's from Down Under, isn't he? He's from the prison colony. It's Sam Smalley saying, "Hey dudes, I can proudly say I never smoked a ciggy. The beer will probably kill me though." Well, that's an interesting thing. We can use that as another segue into the healthy living. So, what would you like to talk about first when it comes to the healthy living thing and the pros and the goods and the bads of your last week? Would you like to start with the exercising first, or would you like to start with the diet thing first?
Let's go with the exercise is the easiest one because I know exactly what I did. The food, I have to kind of work out my way through it.
We'll do the exercising thing first. Go for it.
I didn't do 7 days like I wanted to. I think I did 4 or 5. I did the bike a few times, and I did a couple of those TV workout things that I told you about from Apple TV.
I saw them.
Yep. Those are really, really good. Sean does them too. He's the one that sort of convinced me to do it, and Sean's in good shape, so fuck it. Seems like a good idea. It's just a little tough because I generally like to work out in the mornings, especially before work, and my living room is right above my brother's bedroom, so I can't be like hopping around and doing a bunch of dumb shit that'll wake his ass up.
Oh, but that's awesome. So basically, what you're getting is a great workout, and you can fuck up your brother's routine, which is double win.
That's true. Good call. Fair enough. But the bike is a good one for me. Although I don't think it's maybe the best workout. I do get really, really tired. I do get a really good sweat on and everything. But I do think I need to mix it up more because I in the early part of last year, I dropped a lot of weight. I did really, really good, and then I didn't. I fucked up. I was using the bike a lot. I dropped a lot of weight, although it tapered off very hard. It was like a very steep loss, and then it kind of plateaued. And I started to get into running, and then I hurt my knee. Then I didn't work out, and then I just kind of ate a lot of junk food a lot. It was dumb. But having said that, the bike is good because I can set up my iPad. I can watch a movie. I can watch some video. I can sort of keep my mind on something else while I. All I really do is there's like a meter on the bike, and there's like a part that's flashing. Then that's where the goal is to be. So like when it's a little lighter on the load, you go higher on the meter, and then when the load gets heavier, like going uphill, ish, the meter will move like where your goal is a little bit on the lighter as far as like revolutions on your feet. But I don't even know where I was going with this, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. The bike is good. It's good. I get a lot of sweat out of it and stuff, and I can. That's what it is. As long as I keep my eye on the meter and I can watch something go back and forth, it's just it's easy on my my brain, But then when I'm done, I'm like my legs are killing and I'm tired and sweating like a bastard.
So we can get into that a little bit. It's good, and it's a little bit bad. It's good and it's a little bit bad. There's an interesting phrasing you just used. It's the getting back into shape. Now, what do a lot of people do? They buy one of those exercise bikes, which are fantastic.
Yep.
What you're doing is cardio. You are burning fat, and you're burning energy because you have an excess of it, and you want to get rid of it. So what you do is you exercise, you do the cardio thing. Now, what this does for you, it builds up stamina, because the more you do it, the longer you can do it. You get used to doing longer exercises. It doesn't actually work out your body, except for maybe your legs a lot, and you can get some toned calves, maybe some upper leg strength. It doesn't actually do a lot for getting back into shape because you lose fats, but that's where it ends. And
yeah.
So that's the thing. And it's more cardio than it is actually getting back into shape. And here's the fun thing. People talk about getting back into shape. What shape do you want?
I mean, I didn't have necessarily a defined goal, and which is probably not the best idea. I want to get I want to get to where if I go for a jog, I don't feel like I'm slamming weight onto my knees.
Right. So there you go. That's a good one. So let's take that as you and I are quite big on movies. We're big movie fans. We know a lot of actors. We know a lot of actresses. Let's talk body shape, getting back into shape with some examples from cinema. We have the Arnold Schwarzenegger, or let's say very popular right now, Captain America, Chris Evans, Steve Rogers. We got the Dorito shape. We got the triangle thing going on, where everything is very slim around the waist, and it's all very buff, and it's all muscular chest, and it's all raw. We're not actually talking functional muscles there. We're talking looks over functionality. It looks great, and it's awesome for the bodybuilder. The entire we're going to do the oiled up and everything. Then you can start talking about, for example, your Tom Hardy as Bane. A lot of people, when they saw Tom Hardy shirtless in The Dark Knight Rises, were like, "How is this guy strong? He's just fat, isn't he?" He was
thick, but I wouldn't say that was fat.
No, but a lot of people don't get that. That's the thing. A lot of people think that muscular, strong is Arnold Schwarzenegger and Conan.
Yeah.
Actual defined, powerful, usable muscles. That's Tom Hardy in The Dark Knight Rises, when he has what looks almost like a little bit of a belly. If you were to touch that, that is rock hard. You could probably crush a baseball bat on that if you slammed it hard enough, if you tighten it hard enough. And then, for example, you have Jason Statham, who looks very lean, very thin.
Wiry though in a way. I mean, he got defined musculature, but it's not like it doesn't look like a Greek god or anything. No,
but if he takes his shirt off, and if he starts moving, you'll see every muscle defined for agility and speed.
Yeah, but what he was kind a swimmer, though?
Exactly. What kind of shape do you want? What do you want to achieve? If you want to be,
I can.
If you want to be
This is very simple. I want to. The easiest thing to describe this is one of the things that I had to maintain when I was in the Navy was you had to maintain a certain weight, and you had to be able to twice a year do a run in a fast enough time, do enough sit-ups, and do enough push-ups in an X amount of time. And I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to right now. My weight is quite high. 2 weeks ago, I was 2 weeks, whatever. The first episode, I had gotten to about I think I was 271, which is a lot. And then last
pounds,
week,
right? Pounds.
Yeah, pounds.
Yeah, before the non, the people who use kilos are like, wait, what? 271 would be like 130 kilos, give or take. 130 kilos. I don't know.
Yeah, but I did. I had a very bad week last week. I ended up like 275 or so, and now I'm 271 this morning. So just next week I'm hoping to be less than that, whatever it is. It's gonna be 270, 269. I'll be happy as long as I'm making some amount of progress weekly.
Progress is progress.
Right. So,
or you could also say no gains is also still good.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if because I do know that if I'm burning fat, I do know at the same time I'm probably putting on some muscle, and that those things weigh more.
Could be. For example, we can get back to that, and also we can get back to because that's something I want to get back to later. Otherwise, we can just get it very muddled. And keep in mind, we've got the holidays coming up. Treat yourself as a thing. Treat yourself as a thing.
Yeah. Well, Friday I treated myself. I tell you that much.
There you fucking go. I know. I'm still watching the live stream. I'm watching the live stream in parts, but treat yourself as a thing. If you were to come back a week from now or 2 weeks from now and you're like, I'm 271, 272, considering you had like fucking Christmas and New Year's in between, I'm like, hell, dude, that's fucking impressive. That is amazing. Because if you only gained a pound over the Christmas and New Year's season, like, you know what I mean? That would still be impressive. Yeah. So take things into consideration. Talking about the weight thing, this is the thing that we've talked about before. Always keep in mind, muscles are more dense than fat. So you could be looking a lot less, big, more slim, whatever you want to say, and still gain weight because you're gaining muscles. This is one thing people should take into. But before we get into that, we talked a little bit about the exercising, food-wise,
Yeah. I mean, I brought up briefly earlier. I didn't have breakfast a whole lot. Did I? No, I didn't have breakfast a whole lot. I have had a couple of these things my wife bought. They're called P3 protein packs. They're like these little snack things. It's pieces of cheese, then like some sort of like deli meat almost. It's not deli meat, but well, it is kind of. And then some nuts. It's a small thing. It's so I've had some of those in the morning, and those are good. But mostly I've had just the pasta my wife made with that it had jalapenos, bell peppers, and chicken. But it also had a cream-based sauce, so that's not so great either. But I did that, and then did it a couple times. I also did, like I said, the chicken sausage and rice. That was very, very good. God, fucking love rice. I did that a few times, but then Friday was a little different. I did a few guys from work on the first shift. We all pooled money together, and we went and bought this platter of like these chicken bites from a place in Billerica, Mass. They're very, very good, and but they're fried pieces of chicken. they're boneless chunks of chicken. So we did that for lunch. It was really, really good. And then I went to Sean's for the Christmas party on Friday. And if you've seen that live,
don't spoil too much, okay? Don't spoil too much because I'm still watching it. But I'm about an hour in right now.
We drink a lot of beer.
I do know apparently at some point Sean sort of disappeared. Apparently, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Fuck it. I can't wait. Oh, man. I can't wait to see this thing. The first hour was already beautiful.
It was fun, but it was a good time. We exchanged gifts. I don't really do gifts for the holidays. Like I don't buy stuff for like my wife or anyone of my family really. Like me and my wife, we just go away. We like for let's say on the day after Christmas or whatever it is, Sunday. She and I were going up north. We're gonna go away for the few days. That's what we do. It's if she wants something, I just buy it. It doesn't matter if it's fucking Christmas. She says, "Oh, I want this book." Okay, I'll get her the book. She wants something, or if she's at the store and she sees a pair of pants she thinks I like, she just buys them. Don't need a birthday. You don't need a holiday to do those things. So we just don't.
It's like Valentine's. People only express their love on Valentine's. Like my wife wants over her husband. Fuck Valentine's anyway. But yeah, I get you.
But we did a gift exchange. But it's the only time we're really doing a gift, and that's for the show only. But it was really fun, and I actually have all the gifts next to me. Want me to show you what they are up close?
I remember one, but I do want to see them. Please go for it, because if there's one that I'm fucking excited about seeing again. Oh fucking hell! Oh my god! I love that show, by the way.
Burger. Yeah, how cool is that?
Oh, I love that.
Then there's this here.
Yeah, that's the one I get. Oh no! Oh! We got the
glassware, and it's apparently it's an awesome awesome mead. I've never had it, but it's
if you got real good meat. That packaging though is fire.
Yeah, it's awesome. Apparently this is real the real thing that you'd use for bees and keeping their honeycomb.
I remember that. By the way, can I quickly interject? Because Sam Smalley is saying, I'm a sailor peg and I lost my leg. Climbing up the top sails, I lost my leg. Shipping out to Boston. Nice shirt, Mike. This guy's legit. I love Sam. So, sorry, I had to quickly drop that in because I love that song as well. So, next present. If this is the one... Oh, is that the Green Ranger? That's the Green Ranger mecha, right? The Zord. Oh my God! Wait, I need to put you into. Wait. Where is it? No, solo layout. How do you do solo layout? Oh my fucking God! Look at that, people.
Yeah, Kyle
it's the
got
White
this
Ranger.
Green Ranger.
Green Ranger. Sorry, it's the Green Ranger Zord from Power Rangers. That is fucking fire. Yep. I love that thing.
Then there's actually two more things. The other one's across from him. I'm not gonna grab it. It's like, I don't know if you know what like a Snuggie is.
I know what a Snuggie is. Show me the Batman Snuggie. But I also know another Batman related thing you got from the live stream, and I need to see it again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna grab the Snuggie. It's across the room. But I'll show you the other thing though.
Oh, here we go, people. Oh my God! Oh my fucking God! It's a remote controlled Batarang from Batman Returns. Oh my God! Oh.
He got it off Etsy, and it was 3D printed. So I have that now to add to my collection down on my desk.
Fucking legit.
Yeah, pretty good gifts this year.
Oh. I know we're supposed to talk about something different right now, but I have to ask, how psyched are you about Michael Keaton coming back, full costume and everything, as Batman?
I don't know. I mean, I want to see it, but I need to see the context. You know, Keaton's like 70, 71 years old or something like that.
No, he isn't. Is he? No. Is he? Wait, I'm Googling that. Is Michael Keaton? He is not.
He's close to 70.
Michael Keaton. Oh my God. He hit 70 this year. In September 5th, he hit 70.
Yeah.
Batman is geriatric.
Oh, yeah.
I need a moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I like Keaton. I like Keaton's Batman, but it's not his time. You know, and I want to see it again. Don't get me wrong, but like, I want the more modern Batman too. You know.
Yeah, I get it. I'm with you on that one, but it's gonna.
So like, I like the idea of Flash going through time and seeing him, and hell yeah, I'm done with that for sure. But I don't know, man. I wasn't done with Batfleck. I wasn't done yet.
Oh, shit, now I want to talk about Batfleck, and we're talking about a different subject, and we're getting off the...
Yeah, we can get back to that later or another time. Not a big deal.
We'll do Batfleck later. We could do Batfleck at some point. We could do an entire live stream, because I think you and I, when it comes to Batfleck, he is in this movie, by the way.
Yep.
So, but Ben Affleck is Batman?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, the food thing. We were talking about food. We separated because Friday was your sort of like a cheat day and everything, and you just had fun.
Yeah.
And so afterwards.
Well, I mean, after I ate all that, I drank a bunch of beer at Sean's. You know, we did a lot of beer. I have no idea. I mean, I didn't black out or anything. It wasn't anything like that. But I lost track of everything we had. It was all good stuff though. We had the Zeroth from Idle Hands. That was incredible. We did 2016 Trader Joe's from
you started with that one. I'm so psyched. You guys have been talking about that beer for so long. Please get me one and put it somewhere away, and I'll personally come to the States to go get it. I'll promise.
Yeah, I'd like to. They sold out of it this year. I didn't have a chance to buy it. So that means this year coming up, I'm going to buy it early. That's all. But it was really, really good stuff. We had a lot of good beer. It was really, really fun. The whole event was really good. The setup was better than we've had in the past. Not because of the background, but it just we had more room to breathe. Mostly we sort of cramped up. Where Sean had it set up this year was a lot better. Just a lot more room to breathe, and it was just kind of fun. I don't know if it was worth watching. It was fun to participate in, though. I'll tell you that much.
So I think the biggest question is then, this is always one of those shit questions, but when it comes to it, how do you feel about it? How do you feel about the fact that you had more food, more drinks, more alcohol, more the calories and everything? When it comes to, are you okay with it?
Hell yeah, I had a good time. And I was good. Awesome. I was good the rest of the week. I was good the rest of the week. Even yesterday. Yesterday I didn't eat that great. I guess I had some of those leftover chicken bites because I had leftovers. I'm eating them. But I didn't eat dinner, not because I was trying to make up for not eating well for lunch. I just wasn't hungry. Because I think I ate a lot of them, I suppose. But I didn't drink any beer yesterday, and I sat up until pretty late watching UFC fights like I typically do, and I didn't have any beer, nothing, and I didn't have any beer. Saying that, I got these brand new glasses I didn't get to use. I want to use, but I can't.
I love that. Wait. What's that logo? What is that logo?
Hot Butcher.
Hot Butcher. Ooh.
Yeah.
I love Hot Butcher.
So I have these new glasses I just got in the mail the other day, and I'd like to use them, but I was a good boy. I mean, honestly, I guess even after Friday, I just didn't really feel like I needed any beer. I don't. I don't. It just wasn't a concern, and it sucks too. I mean, think about it now. I just got a really, really nice beer in the mail yesterday that I would have liked to drink, I guess, if I thought about it.
What beer was it?
It was. It was one of my top beers of last year, which was Hardywood Christmas Island.
I hate you.
Yeah, it was it's awesome. They didn't do it in bombers this year though. They did it in like these little, almost looked like 19th century like cough syrup bottles, like those little squat things. But
I think I have. I might have. I have to look for it,
but yeah, someone named Larry Guthrie sent it to me, and it was very, very nice of him. He asked me, because he was going to the brewery recently, he asked me if that's what I wanted. I said, yeah, if you could. And but he said, hey, they were out. Sorry, man, which is fine. And honestly, they may have been out, and he might have just sent me one of his, because it's like a sort of a subscription thing. He might have sent me one of his. I don't even know what he did, to be honest. I'm grateful, very, very grateful. That was awesome, very nice of him. And maybe on Christmas morning, that'll be my drink. We'll see.
That would be a lovely live stream as well. Okay, so how about we go into something that is a little bit more future related.
Yep.
Goals and gains. What are your goals and gains for the next? Well, we're not 100% sure yet if we can do a stream next Sunday, but let's pretend we're doing a stream next Sunday. What are your goals for the next 7 days? What are your gains and your goals?
I have a regular work week. Hopefully it's just a regular sort of schedule. Hopefully I can get up in the morning, do a workout, or if I can't, like, I don't have that ridiculous drive I had earlier in the year when like every day I was messaging you at 3 a.m, like on my bike, like, yeah, I don't have that drive. I wish I did. I just don't. But I do think part of what made the fall off so hard was how hard I was pushing before that. I think I got to be more reasonable about my expectations and about what my gains can be, and then make it more of a lifestyle thing rather than. I mean, I was trying to make it a lifestyle thing, but it was too much, and I pushed too hard. And I mean, I think I did like 50 something days in a row of like stupid workouts. It was something incredibly high. Then I hurt myself because I was like, I can get this. I went for a jog and I messed up my knee real bad, and I tried working out again 3 days later, and I messed up worse, and it just kind of screwed up. And then I just ate myself into oblivion again. But I'm hoping that if I'm doing like 5 good workouts a week, I'll be pretty happy with myself as long as I'm mostly eating better. I'm not looking to reinvent the wheel. I'm not looking to just completely cut everything out of my life again. I'm just looking to sort of make better choices over time, and so the gains are going to be like not as quick as last time, but they'll be hopefully more consistent and more longer lasting.
So lifestyle choices, and what would you consider more healthy lifestyle choices when it comes to, for example, food?
Eating more home cooked meals.
Okay, more home cooked meals, but home cooked meals can still be quite hefty on, calories, starch, proteins, fats. Let's get a little bit more specific on healthy home cooked meals. What would you consider?
Well, I mean, like I'm lazy, so I don't.
Did you see that?
No, I was looking down.
Yeah, all my lights just. Am I still here?
Down. Yeah, you're here. I hear you.
Okay, because for a second I thought all my lights just blinked.
They might have.
But my connection is still okay?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, that was weird. For a second I thought all my lights just went on and off for like half a second.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're good. Sorry for the interruption. Again, the food thing. You can have a homemade meal that is like, I don't know, all the fatty beef and loads of fucking starch and proteins and whatever. But you can have a health. So yeah,
I'm too lazy for that stuff. I like baked chicken and rice, and I keep things pretty simple because I was going there. Good call. That's funny. UFC light heavyweight championship.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one. I like the fact that somebody worked that in. Yeah.
Well, that's 205 pounds. I wonder if that's what he's suggesting. Is that's my goal.
That's a good weight gain for you, though. I like that one. If you could do that, gain not as in gain it, but gain as in
make gains to that point. Yes, I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be incredible. That'd be good. That would be my weight maybe when I was 27. So it'd be pretty good. It'd be when I was 19. I was probably 160 pounds.
How much?
160 pounds.
160 pounds in kilograms is Jesus Christ. And you're how tall are you in inches?
About 74 inches or so.
74 inches, centimeters. Okay, so dang, dude, that was slim as fuck.
Yeah.
You were basically my stature at some point, because I was slightly taller than you are. And I at some point weighed 74 kilos, 2 pounds. I at some point was 163 pounds at 192 centimeters in inches. And I was 75.6 inches.
I'm about 70. I'm 74 and a half inches. Really, the ace doesn't matter. But
if you can gain that, fuck me, I'm impressed, dude.
That'd be impossible. I would not be able to do it. Back then, I played basketball every single day. Like it was even on weekends. I was meeting my friends at the park at like 7 in the morning. I played all fucking day, and then Sunday play all day. Maybe in the afternoon we'd go play like a video game, like NBA Jam or something, and then go right back to the park and keep playing until night. It was, it was absurd.
That's
absurd.
That's a good. Okay, so right now you're 37.
Yeah.
37. I'm 30, 39. There is one thing to keep in mind, though. You're never, ever, 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 ever going to be like that.
Oh, yeah, no shit. No way.
No, but that's one thing that, yeah.
I'll never have that metabolism. I'll never have the time. I'll never have the energy. It's just not going to happen.
But let's stick to the first thing. Metabolism. That's the biggest thing, though. You have to realize at some point when you get older, your metabolism changes. And that's something a lot of people don't understand. They're like, I used to be able to eat like 10 slices of bread with fatty cheese and all the fatty meats, and then I'd eat 3 bags of chips, and then I'd get fucking going after eating a fucking double cheeseburger, and my body would burn it all. Yeah, because you're fucking 17. Your body requires a lot of kind of different energies than it does when it's 37.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what a lot of people forget. And metabolism is that's maybe a thing that we should talk about a little bit more for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Metabolism. When you're at the age that you and I are at, we're not old. We are definitely not old. No. Don't call me old. Do you want me to end the live stream right now? We are not old, but we are older.
We are definitely washed, though.
Definitely, we are. And we're at that point where we need to realize that a bag of chips, a bag of crisps, whatever you want to fucking call it, is not a healthy snack option anymore.
I don't think it ever was. It just wasn't.
I don't know, but you know what I mean?
It just wasn't as detrimental.
Yeah, exactly. When you were like 19, you could eat like a whole bag of that shit and it would do nothing. And now, if you look at one of those bags, you get basically gained 2 pounds. You haven't even eaten it yet. No. You just looked at the shit.
Oh, yeah. It's weird how you eat like 2.5 ounces of chips and you put on a fucking kilogram of weight somehow. It's ridiculous.
Fucking right. There you go. So, this is something we should talk about at some point in depth. But age and the way you look. I mean, yeah. But anyway.
One thing I realized is if like I have a lot of skin issues, as you can see here. I have like psoriasis. It's on my, it's under my beard and everything. It's all over my forehead and my head. I have a lot of.
I never noticed
arms.
Actually.
I have a lot. I splotched everywhere, but and it doesn't fix that. Don't get me wrong, but I do know like when I'm being more active and I'm being more fit, my skin's better. Not that, but like just I don't look as gray and kind of washy. I like my skin's a little more brighter. I feel better with myself. I might breathe better. It's a better thing. It's just sometimes it's just easier to be a fucking turd. It's just easier to be sedentary. Like we have so many things to entertain ourselves while sedentary. I feel like it's a major issue as far as like computers and television and phones and tablets and all these things just make it easier. There are times where like, oh, I should get up and work out before work, and I'm like on Twitter, and next thing you know, it's been an hour and a half, and now it's time for work. And I didn't do my workout. It's a weird thing that
it is.
Distractions are tough.
I mean, not even like workouts, but a good sleep routine is very healthy. How often do I look at the clock and I'm like, it's like 11:15. I should probably go to bed.
Oh yeah.
And then I grab my phone, and then suddenly 45 minutes I've been spending. It's 11:30, and I've just been spending 45 minutes watching fucking reels on Instagram.
Whoa,
you know what I mean?
That's
shit like that.
Yeah.
No, but shit like that, and that's what happens. But a healthy sleep routine is also a very important thing. So we are not old,
but we are washed.
We're aging. And we need to start treating our bodies in a different kind of way than we used to.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But the beer is a tough one, especially. It's sort of it's sort of weird because it's a bit of like a part of my identity, which is a little shitty, I guess. But to be fair, I never really, even at like throughout the year when I was putting on stupid amounts of weight, it wasn't really because of the drinking. I didn't really drink a lot. I mean, like, I don't know, it's probably a lot compared to a lot of people, I suppose. But like, it would be like I would do the videos on Fridays, and maybe I'd have a few beers on Saturday night.
Mhm.
But throughout the week, it would be like maybe I'd have a Kolsch one day, or maybe I'd have something. I wouldn't be like on a Wednesday, like with a fucking 6-pack of beer or a
Same.
bomb or of a dessert stout. I wouldn't really drink during the week. It's just, I don't know.
I hardly drink during the week.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And this is the truth here. People, I don't think I'm lying. I don't get hangovers. I don't get hangovers ever. Never, ever, ever, ever.
Which I still fucking hate about you.
Yeah. So like during the week, I'm not drinking because I feel like shit in the morning. I just don't fucking feel like it, you know. Like even Friday. I don't know when I left the stream. I left the stream probably close to midnight. I think.
Dang.
Close to midnight.
Could be. No, it's probably because you started at 6 p.m. No, 6:30.
6:30, yeah.
And it lasted almost 6 hours. So it would probably be near midnight. I don't know when you left. I still need to finish it.
Oh, I left earlier to go home. My wife picked me and my brother up about like 9:30 local time. And then we went home, and then I went and got my tablet and see if people were still on. And I rejoined around then, and I hung out with Dan and Keith for a while. But whatever time I went to bed, it doesn't matter. But I mean, I was awake by 5 a.m, and I was chilling. And then 2 hours later, me and my brother drove back to Sean's to get my car because I couldn't drive home by myself, you know. So like, and I went to Sean's house. I went and picked up my sweater. I drove home. I had my breakfast. Like I drank myself fucking pretty stupid. And in 5 hours later, I'm awake and I'm chilling.
This dude does not get hungover, dude. Can I be back in like 20 seconds?
Yeah, you're an adult.
Can you give me 20 seconds? I'll be right.
Tom's a weird fella. With this type of chat, I'm not really sure even how to entertain people at this point. I guess I'm not that good. I'm like a circus clown, I suppose. But hopefully he comes back very quickly because I don't know what to do or say. Although, actually, I will say one more thing. One thing I've been trying to do more is drink more water. I like water just fine. I drink water, but I'll definitely find days where several days in a row where I don't have nearly any. You know, I'm drinking I'll drink juice, which is not great for you either, I suppose. Or I'll drink other things, but not a lot of pure water all the time. And got a bottle I carry around with me all the time now, so I drink this all day. So it's better for me. And Thomas lied about 20 seconds. What a liar. People are going to leave. Hilarious.
All right, sorry about that. Sorry about that. My phone my hair. Now my hair is being a bitch. My phone in the background. I'm using a old phone as a camera. My phone in the background is on vibrate and was going nuts for like the last 5 minutes. It kept vibrating. I thought something bad was going on. I thought there's something shit happened, and there was just some group app exploding with stupid shit. And I really figured it's been vibrating for so long. Somebody's either calling me or something really bad happened. Anyway, I'm very sorry.
Okay. I tell you this much, I did not entertain anyone. I sat there and
well, Sam is saying that how rad was NBA Jam back in the day, and he's heating up Boom Shakalaka.
Yep.
Douglas is saying you're doing fine, Mike.
I was whistling the Jeopardy theme.
He's laughing about it. Joe is asking, what goals do you have for next year besides health?
That's a good question. People usually do these things around New Year's. New Year's goals. I guess I don't really have a lot of. I want to, I do. I want to. I feel like in a lot of ways this year I've sort of got settled into not. I got settled into being annoyed with everything, and I don't want to be annoyed with everything anymore. Like it's just like people want to do something, like I don't want to do it. I just want to do that. Everything just annoyed me. I didn't want to be a part of anything. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to participate in anything. I was just really just kind of being a fucking dick about everything. Maybe I gotta just suck it up's the wrong word. I think I gotta have to have a better outlook on certain things.
Mm-hmm.
I need to sort of I just took it to a weird extreme. Like if my wife wants to plan vacations, like I was just like, I just don't want to do anything. Let's just go to where we're staying and we can stay there. Like I don't want to go anywhere. If for instance, if we're going to this resort, I just want to sit around and do nothing. I don't want to. I want to when I go back from vacation. I want to be rested. I don't want to be stressed out. But those are things she wants to do.
You like your comfort zone.
Yeah, but I'm married. I got to do things she wants to do too. I can't just make demands of myself. So then I usually have fun doing those things.
I know. Well, I wasn't married, but I know what you mean. It's like being married is you compromise. So you want to listen to Led Zeppelin. She wants to listen to ABBA. So you compromise and you listen to ABBA.
I wish you'd listen to ABBA. Jesus Christ.
No, but you know what I mean. It's like
fucking ABBA was a huge improvement.
What does she listen to?
Fuck if I know. Some nonsense. It's the worst music you'd ever heard. I honestly, I couldn't even fucking explain to you how bad it is. Jesus.
I'm curious.
Oh my God.
I'm curious.
I mean, it's American Top 40 and a bunch of other fucking nonsense. It's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Just God. Oh, it's so bad, so bad. And she listens to a lot of K-pop too.
You love her.
Oh, she's the best. I'm married. She's my fucking best friend. Yeah. Fuck.
That's a lovely one. I like that one. So. I mean, never marry your best friend, but make sure that the person you marry ends up being your best friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she's great, man. She's a pain in the ass and everything. But, yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Don't get too sentimental on me here.
Nah, it's fine.
So...
We're going to my house in a little bit. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Goals for next year.
Yeah, the biggest thing is just changing my attitude on things that, not enough change my attitude, but just go into things with a little more optimism. If something sucks, it's going to suck either way, but maybe don't go in with the idea that it's going to suck before we even do it,
Mm-hmm.
Just have more of a open mind to things I know are going to suck before I go into them.
I know the feeling. I do know that feeling. I've pushed away doing a lot of things because I've thought like I'm gonna hate it. I'm gonna hate it, so I'm not gonna do it. But maybe just try it, and if you hate it, you still hate it. That's cool. If you don't hate it, hey, there's a new experience, right?
Sure.
Douglas is saying I also push myself to drink at least 1.5 liters of water, Mike. That would be 3 16-ounce cans of beer for you.
It is funny. I saw this meme a few years ago where it said it was supposed to drink so many ounces of water per day, and it seems like this impossible goal, but 8 beers go down like a fat kid on a water slide.
No, but it's fucking true.
It's true.
If I give you three 16-ounce cans of lager to drink,
yeah, that's 15 minutes on the hour.
Exactly. That's like gone in an hour, and there it is. But if I give you 16 ounce cans, three 16-ounce cans of water, you're gonna look at it going like, "Fuck me, really?"
The first 16 ounces go down pretty easy, and then the other two, I'm like, "Oh, this is annoying." And it's ridiculous because water. People say, "Oh, water tastes like nothing," which is ludicrous. Water has a taste.
Bullshit.
Yeah, but it's a pretty neutral taste. Maybe a little metallic, depending on where you live. Although I don't know if you ever had like tap water in like southern Spain.
No, I haven't.
Like,
but
it's like sulfur. It's the worst.
I want it right now. So here's the thing, though: if you in your own country, in your own goddamn fucking country, travel 100 kilometers, which is about 60 miles. No, 70, 60. Yeah. Travel 60 miles to 100 kilometers and taste the tap water in any other place. You're going to go like, the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is this bullshit?
Yeah. I generally at home, I drink filtered water. We have a filtration system, so I drink filtered water. I don't care about, I'll drink tap water here. Tap water where I live is pretty good, so that's not a big deal. But I generally do the filter. I think honestly the reason why I do it is because it pisses off my dog. It just makes me laugh. Like if I use the filtration, which is connected to my fridge, it sort of goes on. He runs down the hall flipping out like, what the hell? Because most mornings, especially early like last year, I would always fill up my bottle with that water like 3 a.m. and then go downstairs into the garage, and he would come down and hang out with me in the garage while I was on my bike. So every time he hears it, he thinks he's gonna go have a good time, and he doesn't.
It's like, fuck you, dude. This is basically Bruce thinking, fuck you, Mike. Fuck you. We got James over at Rampant Line going like, bum come bum. Yeah, sure, dude. You know it. Dude needs a good bum and a Wendy's Baconator.
Wow.
No, wait, you're saying it wrong. You're going like, you should go like, wow.
Yeah, I don't like Wendy's Baconators. I don't like Wendy's. Wendy's okay. I just wish they didn't use ketchup on everything. I fucking hate ketchup. Ketchup's a condiment of douchebags.
I have never been to the States, you know this, but one of my employers has been, and he says like McDonald's, a lot of these fast food joints like McDonald's in the Netherlands is completely different than McDonald's in the States. Where he says like in the States, it really tastes like, well, it's still like a burger, but it tastes like it's more made on the spot than, you know, like processed shit, which we have. But anyway, we don't have Wendy's. So when it comes to a Baconator, when I think of a Baconator, the first thing that pops into my head is McDonald's Big Tasty with bacon.
That's probably pretty close. I haven't had it in years. Yeah, the Baconator is like a double cheeseburger with bacon and ketchup.
Well, that's what the Big Tasty is, right? A double cheeseburger with bacon. So
yeah,
I mean, okay, good, okay. Sam's saying, I don't know why, but I absolutely despise New Year's resolutions. So do I. I always say like I should do more next year, but then I'm like, fuck you and whatever.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. The New Year's resolutions are done in this weird spirit of just despair. You need to make a decision about your life because you want to, not because you feel like you have to.
Exactly.
You know, unless you just had a heart attack and you feel like you need to make better decisions, then it's fair.
I have seen this happen more years than once when second Christmas Day or Boxing Day, whatever you have in your country, or New Year's Day. Well, on December 26th, everything is still closed. Well, everything is closed down. Oh, did I tell you we're in lockdown again?
Yeah, I heard about it. You didn't tell me, but I heard.
Yeah, we're in lockdown again. So on December 26th, the Netherlands is usually in lockdown, except for maybe supermarkets. Everything is shut down. We call it second Christmas Day. I see people I went to family on second Christmas Day, and I see people jogging. I see people running. I see people jogging in the streets, exercising, feeling healthy. I see the same thing on New Year's Day. And I just look at these people and I'm like, I have never seen you jog in my life. I always drive this route to work at this exact same hour, and I have never seen you run. You're a hypocrite. You're a fucking hypocrite. And I know that sounds awful, but you're a hypocrite because right now you're trying to prove to yourself, I just ate like 5 meals in an hour, and now I'm going to run for 30 minutes, which is basically nothing compared to the meals you just had. But you try to sort of tell yourself that you're living a healthy lifestyle because you just did the bullshit.
Well, I think I look at it that I feel like they're trying their best. It's just going to fail. That's all. I mean, hopefully it doesn't. I hope everyone does better. I hope that everyone gets healthier. I don't like the idea of like if I look outside and I see like a heavy set man jogging by my house, it makes me feel good. I like the idea that this guy has some amount of willpower to get out in winter and jog on the street. To me, it makes me feel good. I do think it won't last, but more effort's better than no effort. That's how I kind of look at it.
Good point. As long as you keep up the effort.
Yeah.
If you only do it on, sorry.
No, go ahead. Finish.
I wanted to say, if you only go jog on second Christmas Day or like New Year's Day, like your New Year's resolution, you're like, I'm gonna power through and I'm gonna prove to myself that I can do this, and that's the one day you do it, and then you fail and you give up. You just wanted to prove something to, I don't know, people on the streets.
Maybe, but I do think, or at least I hope, that it's that because I mean, man, like going for a jog sucks. It's not fun.
It is.
If you're in really good shape and where like you can just kind of like where it's not effortless, but like where to do 1.5 miles to 3 miles to 5 miles, it for you is just something that is routine. Like, okay, you can listen to ABBA and you're good and it's fine. And but like if doing a mile jog is really, really hard and you're out there doing it, at least trying, like you're miserable. You are miserable doing it. I applaud the effort regardless. It's fucking hard. It sucks. It's hard. If you're heavy, it's not good on your ankles or your knees. All those things are tough. So I applaud it. Different perspective, but it's how I feel. And as far as Sam here talking about if I listen to ABBA doing a cover of Black Dog, I'm okay with ABBA. I'm okay with Led Zeppelin. I would love to hear ABBA do a cover of Black Dog.
If you really listen to ABBA very closely, you can really tell that they were schooled in the classical music.
Oh yeah, for sure they were. For sure.
Do it like listen. It's like listening to classical music. We've got James saying, Sam, Joe, fancy a Rasputin. I'm not sure what that means. And knowing James, I don't know if I want to know.
Joe, I think he's talking about Old Rasputin. It's a beer.
Yeah, I know he's talking about. I hope that's what he's talking about. But like I said, if I know James the way that I know, he's not talking about the beer. He's talking about a very deprived sexual act. That's all I'm saying. So. Joe is saying my goal for next year is to start a savings account so I can travel to Europe. Well, I can cut down those savings if you just hang over at my place. I know that the Netherlands is not just Europe, but it's your gateway to Europe. So you can hang around for a day or two here and see what happens. Led Zeppelin doing a cover. Gimme, gimme, gimme your love after midnight.
That would be interesting. Well, I mean, like, listen, Zeppelin did All of My Love, and that is that's not that far from what ABBA was doing, to be fair, so.
Wait, that's gimme, 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 right? Gimme, gimme, gimme your love after midnight. Ah. Am I thinking about a different song?
I know plenty of ABBA. That one I'm not familiar with. So actually, let me find out. I have plenty on my phone. One of the guys I write songs with is a huge ABBA fan. So
dude just dropping bombs like I'm the guy I write songs with. What the?
Yeah, I'm a songwriter, man.
I know, but just dropping bombs like what the fuck?
Well, they're not good songs. They're just songs, man. I play guitar. I'm in a shitty band. We don't play that much anymore, but
I know, but still, every time you drop that bomb, like
yeah. I mean, I don't know. You find our stuff online somewhere.
I
You
know.
want to listen to some shitty American music?
When I come over, you and I are gonna jam. You know that, right?
Okay.
And then we're gonna make music.
All right. Wow. Okay. We can do that.
Yeah.
I feel a lot better this week than I did last week. Just saying.
Good.
More fun, cheerful.
I like that. Cheerful is good. Miles is full in.
Who's Miles?
Miles as in 1,600 something odd meters. Mile, 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, 4.
Oh, Miles is also a name.
I know. Miles O'Brien from Star Trek.
There you go.
There you go.
Or Miles Morales from Spider-Man.
I have not, by the way, I have not seen the new Spider-Man yet. I haven't spoiled plenty. Don't spoil me anymore.
I don't like the Marvel movies anymore, so I stopped watching them. So I haven't seen it either.
There's a whole new live stream in the making right there.
Okay.
Did you see Shang-Chi?
I tried. That movie's terrible.
So, did I enjoy that movie? Yes. Do I think, as with Black Panther, and I know the people are going to hate me for this, is it overhyped? A little bit.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I like the idea that they did it. I guess I just didn't like it. I don't. I think the fact that they made it so over reliant on sort of like fighting, and I just none of that is actually effective in real life. So to me, it just looks so goofy. Like, if you have a guy like a Mark Coleman take you down and just headbutt you to oblivion, it's way more effective than that flippy shit. It's all goofy, to me.
I loved Shang-Chi for what it did. But yeah, some of the action was a little bit over the top, and all we'll get into that.
Well, I just think a guy like this bantamweight, his name's Kyoji Horiguchi, the Japanese fella. I think that guy would just go in there and he wouldn't be doing flippy shit, but he would just beat the fucking hell out of everyone because all that stuff looks cool on camera, but we know it's not effective.
Well, there's that. There's the effectiveness of it. I'm just quickly running through the comments.
I like the idea when he's talking about kebab pizza. I want to try fucking kebab pizza.
Oh yeah, man, James. Just so you know, James eats. I am still amazed at the fact that he is so thin as he is. When I am aware of how he eats, it's insane. Mm-hmm. The amount of junk food this guy gets into his system, but then again, he's not even 30. He just turned 30. He just turned 30 last weekend. Fuck him. Fuck him and fuck him. Fuck him, whatever. Why after? Better to have a jobby means having a big shit.
I know what that means, yeah. I know what that means.
Vanessa saying hi. Hello, Vanessa. And she's watching the new Spider-Man next weekend. I can't because the cinemas are closed here. Joe is saying, have a good day, guys. Time to go to work. And we've got Beer and Mark saying, hey, hello, guys. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So, let's talk about. We're going to end the stream on this because otherwise it's going to get very long. We're already more than an hour in. We got the holidays coming up, right?
Oh yeah.
And the holidays are for anybody who wants to lose a little bit of weight, who wants to get into shape. I mean, they're the worst times, really. So, what are your plans for the holidays? What are your plans in terms of your health, the way you want to look at your physical well-being and everything? What are you doing?
Well, I'm doing a Christmas party this afternoon at my aunt's place. She doesn't really do like, it's usually sort of just a bunch of like snacks on a table. We're not. It's not. There's no dinner. That's on Christmas Day. She's just having people over, and it's usually just gift exchange, which again I don't participate in. But it'll be pretty light. I won't be too foolish. Then this whole week should be pretty normal for me. It's regular work week. I think I might have Friday off though. To be fair,
I hope so for you.
I have Friday off, and then probably have an easy Christmas Day here. Maybe just have some chicken and some potatoes. It'd be pretty easy. We don't go too hard around the holidays. Then the day after, me and my wife are going up to, I think we're going to Lincoln, New Hampshire. We're going to spend a few days up there. However, what I want to do next week.
That wasn't ominous. That wasn't ominous. However,
well, what I want to do next week, assuming the weather is okay, is I want to drive to New York City and go to Katz's Deli and get a big ass pastrami sandwich.
I knew you were going to say, as soon as I heard Katz's Deli, I knew you were going to say fucking pastrami.
So I want to do that. I don't know if I'm going to, but I talked to her about it this morning. So we might just take a drive to New York because we have the week off. I took the week off. So if I can drive to New York and maybe go to Katz for lunch and then maybe go to the Comedy Cellar and stay overnight, then on the way home, hit up a greasy spoon, and it'll be a good time. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I would love to eat a pastrami sandwich like that big.
I don't even.
Yeah.
I don't even care if it's tasty or good. The fact that if you can put that notch on your belt, right?
Oh yeah.
Say I've had a pastrami sandwich from Katz. That's like foodie heaven. That's like that. Not maybe not foodie heaven. I'm not sure if foodie heaven is compared to what you like in your personal preferences, but it is one of those. If you're into food, if you're into good food, that's the one you want. That's the pastrami that you need. There's like,
yeah,
it's the end goal.
It's a weird thing though, because I could probably drive there in like 3.5 hours, and I've never gone. It seems goofy, like I should have just died. But
you're saying you're telling this to the wrong guy, but you sometimes forget. You say it's only 3.5 hours drive. That's the other side of the country for me. For
yeah. No,
we don't do that for a simple thing.
Gas is expensive. I don't know.
What?
Was gas too expensive?
Well, yeah, that. But also for us, for you guys, this is a matter of perspective and a perspective of geography. 3.5 hours to go somewhere worthwhile makes sense to you because you're like it's still the same state, it's still the same whatever, or maybe slightly different state, but you guys think it's normal compared to the size of your nation, your country, whatever. For us, 3.5 hours, depending on which angle I take, 3.5 hours can put me through Germany, into Poland, maybe into Hungary. I have a slightly different perspective of thinking 3.5 hours is a thing to do for a simple sandwich. When I can think of the fact that, what I mean?
I wouldn't go there for. I'm not going there for this. I mean, I am going there for the sandwich. But
no, you're going there for the. No, you're going there for the sandwich.
But I'm going to make a day out of it, and we'll do other things.
True.
And like
but
it's just, it's not that 3.5 hours is like, an easy thing. It's just, but realistically, like I've been to New York City a bunch of times and I never went to Cats. It's ridiculous, I should just fucking did it. I never did. And I guess I never thought to, but Jesus Christ, it's like an American institution,
Yeah, but New York City is huge. If you want to take a car and drive through New York City, you're going to take a day.
Yeah, that's because there's so many traffic lights. It's not because it's that huge.
No, but it's big because of that. So, yeah, but I get it. And I'm a little bit angry because if you get to have, Jesus Christ, I'm Dutch and I know about Cats pastrami sandwich.
There's literally, I'm not even joking. There's nowhere I can drive to get a fresh pastrami sandwich. Like there's no good Jewish delicatessens around. I mean, even with like the closest one is fucking Katz's. You know what I mean?
I don't care. That's the thing, though. For the same amount of money that it takes to get the gas and the traveling and whatever, you could get all the ingredients to make that sandwich, and it would not be as good as the one from Katz.
Yeah, well, it would take me longer to make it. Like make a good pastrami, it takes a day and a half.
Yeah, but it's also the little thing. So there's a story about a Dutch chef, right? And his grandmother used to make this beef stew, and he could never get it quite right. He did everything. He got the same ingredients, and he couldn't get it right. He got the same pan. He couldn't get it quite right. And he tried everything to get it exactly the way that she did. And then he reread the recipe, and he reread the recipe, and he reread the recipe. At some point, he realized something he glossed over because it didn't make sense to him. And he got a petroleum burner, which his grandmother used to use. And he got a petroleum burner and put that cast iron Dutch oven on the petroleum burner.
Mm-hmm.
And he made the same stew again. And then it tasted exactly like his grandmother's beef stew. It can be something so odd about the burners and the gas ovens or whatever they have or whatever they use to make their bread, to make their. It could be a simple thing as the chemical composition of the water that they use to add to the brine.
Oh yeah. There's also a thing where his grandmother's saying it's a tablespoon of salt, but that's not to her. It's this. Like she grabs it, like all those things matter, and she's like, "Oh, it's half a cup of onion." She's not measuring half a cup of onion.
But that's the thing. You could use everything, but there could be something to the water in New York in that borough where Katz is located. Oh, yeah. There could be a chemical compound, not a negative. People hear chemical compound and they're like, "Oh no, that's not the vaccine I want in my body because I'm gonna die, you little fucking turd." Yeah. Chemicals are chemicals. What you breathe is a chemical.
But it's also, this is the thing,
Wait,
and I mean
this too. Is that your phone?
That's my wife in the other room.
That's what I heard earlier.
Oh,
that's why I freaked out. Okay, anyway, so it could be something in the chemical composition of the water that they use to add to the brine for the beef.
Oh, that's what Sean and I joke about with Vermont beer. He says it's the water.
Water treatment in beer. Mm-hmm. Why is a New England style IPA a New England style? And why are people trying to really get to the water treatment of New England to make that? You can say New England and still not make a New England style IPA because of the water treatment.
Yeah. The other thing too is, sorry to bring it back to that stew real quick, is when I first started learning how to play guitar, I had a Fender Strat copy. It wasn't a real Fender. It was a brand called Lotus, which I don't know, but it looked like a Fender Strat. Had a nice sunburst on it. It was cool. And it had this really shitty amp that sucked. It was horrible. And I remember going to my friend's house and I'm like, his guitar sounds good. His amp sounds good. And the reason why I don't sound good is because of my guitar and my amp. I remember just thinking it's horrible. And one day he came over to my house. He picked up my guitar and plugged it into my amp and he played and it sounded like him.
Mm.
It wasn't my amp. It wasn't my guitar. It was me. You know, just like your fingers, the way you grip a chord, the way you play legato, the way you sweep, your pick attack, all those things are your sound.
But here's a different one. Here's a different one. Let's say the same person takes the same equipment, the same guitar, the same amp, the same strings, everything, the same guy to a different state. And here we go.
Now,
where the moisture content in the air is different.
Maybe all those things. Well, your guitar might go out of tune. That's part of it. Well,
exactly. There you go. So he has to reach it. Yeah.
But the point necessarily I'm trying to make is that the things are just like there are things that you can't really quantify that change the way things taste, the way they sound. Like it could be the way that grandmother was cutting the beef. It could be the all those things. There's all these factors that it's pretty close. So you get to that. But you're never going to, I mean, with very rare exception, you're not going to be able to replicate everything the same way.
You want to get very fucking specific?
Sure.
A different kind of knife can cut the fibers in the beef just slightly different, and it will change the texture of the beef.
Also, if you use a dull knife and you cut your hand and get blood all over the steak's going to taste more like iron.
This people, for the people who are still watching, or the people who are going to read, this is why Mike and I relate so often when it comes to things like food and tastes and whatever. We understand the minutia of what makes a meal good or awesome.
Well, my wife is a trained chef, so I've learned a lot.
Yeah, there's that as well. But that's the thing, though, people. Hey, Mike, we've been at this for an hour and a half, and you and I said we kind of want to keep this at an hour. I want to kind of get back on topic. So I want to sort of start wrapping this up because I also have to make dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I want to start wrapping this up, and I want to wrap this up with – we can still go for like 10, 15 minutes. That's not a problem. But
I have to go soon, too.
I want to talk about you again. Long-time goals is very unspecific for especially the holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
What are your goals? What are your projections for the next couple of, you want to say 10 days? You want to say, when we're talking about 10 days, we're talking 2 days before New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
You want to say 10 days?
Yeah. Honestly, my goals are pretty simple. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing for the most part. Hopefully, I'll be better. Just we'll see how the week goes. Because it's weird how people will just get mad. Like, oh, why is that drug addict still using drugs? Why don't you just stop? But food is as big an addiction as you can fucking find. It's really, really bad. And the problem is it's so easy to get. I don't know. I assume heroin's hard to get. I don't know. I've never had to go buy it. I'm assuming it's difficult. But no, but food I can get fucking anywhere. Cigarettes are so hard to quit because you can just get them anywhere.
Yeah.
I've never smoked a cigarette, so it's easy for me to say, well, you stop smoking, blah, 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 blah. But if you have a moment of weakness, you can get it anywhere. If I want to smoke a cigarette and I haven't had one in a year, I can have one. I can go to a store right across the street and be back in my house in 3 minutes with a cigarette in my hand.
Do you know these jars of powdered bouillon, powdered broth? You just add some powder. Yeah. So, but here's the funny thing, right? Are there calories in there? Nope. But if you add too much of the bouillon powder, you get something very, 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 very salty.
Yeah.
How bad is salt for your health?
It's not good, but you need it.
It's not. You need a little bit of salt, but it tastes so savory. But then you had it, and 20 minutes later, your entire system goes into.
Yeah.
Because you had too much salt. Because your entire body just got so dehydrated, and it's literally cramping up. Your head hurts because your brains are cramping up because the salt is drawing moisture literally from your brain. Do you know why you're hungover? because your brain is dehydrated.
No, I've never been hungover.
Right. I'm asking the wrong motherfucker. Jesus. When you, Mike, when you're hungover, it's because your brain gets dehydrated. This is why in the morning you want liquids. You want to drink.
Oh, I suppose you'd have to have a brain for that. That might be my problem.
No, but you know what I mean. So anyway, if you add too much salt to a broth, are you adding calories to your diet? No. So you're like, I can have as much broth as I want. Broth is a liquid. Broth fills me up. When you're full, you don't get hungry. So, there we go. But you're adding so much salt to your body. It ain't healthy. MSG. Yeah, well, MSG in itself isn't bad, but, MSG in too many quantities.
Yeah, it's
like
fucking salt.
It's fucking salt. Have you ever tried fucking salt? It's kind of coarse. That hurts your willy.
One thing I didn't ask you is, what are you doing for your holidays? This is about both of us, not just me.
It's always about you. But
what are you doing for your holidays?
I know this is going to sound sad, but it's not a sad thing. But I'm going to be alone. And I'm good for that because I'm okay with that. December 26th is not my favorite date. And that has reasons. December 25th, Christmas Day. I'm going to be all by myself. I'm going to wake up, and there's this European tradition where we have this bread with raisins and dried fruits and whatever. I'm going to have that in the morning. And for dinner, I am making. Okay, let's go into my Christmas dinner. Okay, this is me. I'm going to heat up the oven. I'm going to, in the oven, roast some celeriac diced into cubes and some butternut squash diced into cubes. I'm going to roast that with celeriac.
What is that?
Celery root thingy, the big clumpy celery root thing, celeriac.
Oh, I don't know what that is. Okay, fair enough.
Oh, I thought maybe it's celeriac. So I'm going to roast that with some cubed celeriac, celeriac.
Yeah, I'm looking it up now. I never had this. Okay.
No, I'm waiting because I want to know if you know what it is, and if you're like, oh, this is maybe a different word in America.
No. I know what celery is, but celeriac, I never seen this before. I see what it looks like. It's a root.
Celeriac. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna take the celeriac. I'm gonna dice that up into cubes. Take some butternut squash, peel it, dice it into cubes. A little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt and pepper. Roast that in the oven for a little while. While that's roasting, I'm gonna take a duck breast. I'm gonna do the duck breast in a pan. I'm gonna when you want to make a duck breast, by the way, take a cold pan, put the duck breast skin side down. You want to scar the duck breast a little bit, get that little cube action thing going on. So if you put it in a cold pan on heat, it's gonna
render the fat.
It's gonna render the fat. It's gonna fry in its own fat. Now, fat has moisture in it, so if you render it in its own fat, it's gonna get very crispy because you're gonna burn away, sort of roast away all the liquid, and you're gonna get a very nice crispy skin. You're gonna flip it over for a couple of minutes, and then you're gonna put it in the oven for maybe 6 to 8 minutes, get it nice and pink. In the meantime, when I take out the celeriac and the roasted butternut squash, I'm gonna mush some of that into a mash with some other ingredients, make it nice and a little butternut celeriac mash. Gonna put the sliced pieces of duck breast at some point over it. And in the meantime, while I'm doing all of that, I'm going to take some mushrooms. I'm going to give that a quick pan fry in a little bit of butter with a little bit of onion. Just the tiniest bit of garlic. I'm going to add a little port wine to it, like a nice little ruby wine, ruby port to it. And I'm going to reduce that for like maybe an hour or two. So you get these very tiny little mushrooms soaked with all of the port. And I'm going to serve it with a butternut squash celeriac mash with a little bit of added things to it, whatever. And the duck breast and the pork reduced sort of fried slashed poached mushrooms. That's going to be my Christmas dinner. And yeah, there you go. And for dessert, I'm going to do some cheeses and patisserie and some nuts and watch Die Hard. That's my Christmas.
Interesting. Now, you said you're going to be alone. You said you don't mind. And that's fine, too. But trust me, I know plenty of people who will be with people and they will feel alone. And that's worse.
I know. That's, yeah. And that's exactly why
Sometime on Christmas, let's do it. At least, I mean, we don't have to do a stream, but we can at least do a chat. We'll shoot the shit. And maybe we'll hang out a little bit because I don't do a lot on Christmas anyway. So we'll spend maybe hang out for like an hour.
I would like that because when I said that I'm going to be alone on Christmas, that's a conscious decision. Oh, there's a Dutch song, and I'm trying to translate the lyrics a little bit. It says something along the lines: "There's nothing as worse as a busy cafe."
Okay.
Do you get the point?
Oh yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah. So I'd rather be alone on Christmas and just say I want to be alone because I just want to have fun. I've been busy. I just want to chill and have a good meal. And
there's no pressure. It's all
exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Then to have that pressure of saying I need to go be social, but still feel alone.
Yeah, I get it. 100%.
Yeah. And I like being alone. It's a nice feeling. I think people are underrating being by yourself and overrating being social.
Yeah, I mean, there's benefits to both, but I do think that sometimes, especially around the holidays, there's a lot of unnecessary pressures, and I think if you spend time by yourself, you can sort of you can relax your brain a little bit. You have any pressure is only internal. There's no external pressures. Yeah, 100%. Fucking yeah, I think it's a good idea.
I have some awesome cheese. I have a St. Bernardus Christmas ale, and I have Die Hard planned for Christmas, 25th December in the evening.
1 second. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
No, I'm still on. I'm just going to walk away for a second.
I know.
I just want to grab something out of my fridge.
Oh, now I'm curious.
Well, no, it's what I talked about earlier, but I just want to show you the bottle.
I want to see it. That's why I'm building this suspense. Dun, dun.
So this is the bottle here. This is my Christmas Day drink.
See that. So there's that thing, right? There's that thing. So here's the thing. Christmas, not Christmas Eve, but Christmas 25th of December. I've had my dinner. I've done everything. I've done everything I want. Now you have that beer. I have a St. Bernardus Christmas ale.
Mm-hmm.
And I have some nice cheese. And I'm going to put on Die Hard. And I'm going to be alone. Now, I know you're in a relationship and you're happily married. But if you have an evening where I can take a beer that I love. I can take some snacks that I love. And I can watch the movie that I love. And there's nobody around me to interfere.
Oh, that's easy for me. My wife sleeps a lot. This is not a problem for me.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Isn't that just absolute bliss?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And here's the thing. People... Sorry? Yeah?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
What I wanted to say is people put so much pressure on Christmas. Like, I need to be this person for these people with these type of actions, this type of food, and I need to do these things to please these people to do, and blah, 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 blah. And all I can do is I make a meal that I like. I can watch a movie that I like. I can drink a beer that I like. And
you make a meal with a fictional vegetable called celeriac. I mean, you can do that, I suppose. Some fucking Lewis Carroll bullshit. I honestly, I want to find out about this damn thing. I never heard of it, never saw it before.
Well, if you know celery, that's the stalks, right? That's the green
Yeah,
thing.
of course. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have the celeriac. That's the root in the bottom.
Yeah, image. I mean, I look at the images of it. I can see it, but I just never heard of it.
You know what you need to. You know Jamie Oliver, right?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, but look up Jamie Oliver zombie brain.
Oh, okay.
No, but that's a roasted celeriac root thing. It calls it zombie brain for whatever kind of reason. But if you look that up, that's like a Christmas roast in itself, but it's just for vegetarians or vegans.
Okay, I know that. I you know, I think we talked about this before. I could never do vegan. I would just couldn't do it. But I really I could do vegetarian. I know I could. I mean, at least for stretches of time. Like, I mean, I like steak and I like chicken and everything, but I don't have steak that often. And like one of my favorite things I ever did. I mean, we talked about this before, but I was a big thing around here, which is goofy, is May 5th, which is like some Mexican holiday or whatever. So people do like a taco thing.
Oh, Cinco de Mayo.
Yes. So
Cinco de Mayo. Of course, dude.
Right.
I know about Cinco de Mayo.
No, but what I'm saying is, for a bunch of goofy racist white Americans, they fucking love Cinco de Mayo. This is goofy. But I mean, but like last year or whatever, I did like vegetarian like potato tacos, and they were really good.
Yeah, man. Look, I eat vegan often without even realizing it. Sometimes when I cook vegan, it'll be vegan, but I'll turn it into vegetarian by just adding like those rounds of soft goat cheese. You know those pre-packaged?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's still vegetarian. It's just not vegan anymore.
Yep.
Vegan and vegetarian cooking. If you know what to do, you can make the most exquisite meals.
Yeah.
So
honestly,
oh my God, there is.
If I go to Indian places, if I eat at Indian places, I inadvertently eat vegetarian all the fucking time.
Exactly. Like there's when it comes to Indian Thai cooking, there's so many vegetarian and vegan cooking cuisines there, like dishes, like meals, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
they blow my mind. There's more flavor in there than the average. I need my fucking meat every day. Like, go fuck yourself. I'm sorry, I'm being a dick here, but I like good flavors. And if I have a vegan meal that has more flavors than some meat-based dish, I'll go for the vegan thing.
Listen, delicious is delicious. End of story. The only thing I have an issue with vegan, and I don't mean like I don't have an issue with vegans. But I couldn't give up cheese. I couldn't give up eggs.
Same.
Yeah.
But I know this person. And this person is a vegan by choice, but also at some point says, for my health, I need meat.
Yeah, it's required.
I need
honestly.
meat, or I need some. For example, this person at some point said, I'm going to make a sort of chicken soup-based meal. It wasn't a soup, it was a roast. But I'm going to base it on chicken soup because I'm going to take all the things that are healthy in a chicken soup because I have a cold. My family has a cold. And I ate all the vitamins and proteins that a chicken soup gives me in a roast. Mm-hmm. This person ate chicken even though this person is a vegan. Why? Because this person said there's more health benefits to eating the meat-based thing right now. But other than that, this person has also given me so many vegan recipes that have blown my mind.
Yeah,
and
I get it.
That they were some oven roast some chickpeas, oven roast some pumpkin with spices, pan fry some nice soft vegetables, and add all of that in like a pita bread. Oh my God. Oh my God. With the right spices, the chickpeas, the roasted butternut squash, and the pan fried soft vegetables, everything combined. That was one of the best meals I've ever had.
Right, but at the same time, I want eggs too, As far as a complete, no, not in that dish, but as far as part of my diet, you know.
Yeah, you know what I eat basically every Sunday, right? You've seen some pictures.
Yeah.
Every Sunday morning, you know what my Sunday morning breakfast is, and that is fucking glorious.
I want to go and have some eggs now.
I'm gonna actually, when this is done, I'm gonna preheat the oven.
Yeah.
I have a chicken leg, like the thigh, the drumstick. I have it thawed out. I'm gonna make roast chicken leg and potatoes. I'm gonna make a little side dish with whatever. I'm gonna do something.
Well, I'm gonna do two things. One, I do have to go. My headphones are actually just about to die.
Yeah.
I do want to comment because Samson always made a few comments I want to say. Is one, he talked earlier about travel and that he travels for beer. Perfect. I get it. I don't generally do it because I definitely have really good beer around me, so I don't have to travel too much. Although I have. But I mean, he said he's gonna be alone for Christmas. Yeah, that's as long as he's happy and looks like he has a great day planned out. That's awesome, and I'm happy for him. Good for him.
So, last question.
What's up?
Were you okay with this live stream today?
Oh yeah, I had a good time. It's fun.
Good. Next week, it kind of depends on how things are going because of Christmas. You know, it's a thing. We may or may not be on. We'll see what happens.
But we should be pretty regular about this. It just this time of year gets tricky.
That's it. Usually we'll be on every Sunday. This Sunday, next Sunday, and the Sunday after that is January 1st. That's going to be hangover day for most people. No, it's January 2nd. January 2nd should be good.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
For me.
But yeah, we'll do our best to be here in 7 days. And we're going to talk about how Mike is doing with his lifestyle choices.
Yep.
Oh, God, that sounds so fucking hipster, doesn't it?
Nope. It's fine. But all these things, it's semantics. I don't give a fuck. Semantics are semantics. I know what you mean. And I need to
know one thing. I need to know one thing before we sign off. Mike, how are you feeling?
I'm good, man. It's been a good week.
Awesome.
I mean, not work sucks, but overall, things have been good. I've had a good, at least last couple of days have been fun.
Well, Sam says, I enjoyed this live stream. Raw chat with two ripper blokes. Thank you, motherfucker. I love you.
There we go.
Mike, I love you, dude. You're my brother from another mother. And I just actually, by the way, during this live stream, I took down the entire double barrel-aged Parabola from Firestone Walker 2021.
I saw that.
That's a nice one. Again, a nice live stream, gents. I've had a lot of fun. I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank everybody for participating. And I basically really want to thank everybody for taking the time to help. I know this sounds so weird, but I want to thank everybody for taking their time into helping Mike get his groove on, get his feeling for getting into a healthier lifestyle, getting his system going, getting his exercise on, getting his healthy foodie life going on, whatever you want to call it. But everybody who is joining in to help Mike getting into a path that makes him feel more like he wants to feel, with no pressure from us, but just giving suggestions and saying, hey, what if you did this? What if you look at it from this perspective? And thank you guys for doing that, because, he's an okay dude. He's a great guy. And most of all, he's very fucking huggable. And he loves the dropkick Murphys.
That's true.
So there you go.
All right. Have a good one, Thomas.
Love you, dude. Everybody have a great Sunday. If we do not speak before Christmas, have a great holiday season.
You too, sir.
Cheers, dude.